What's going on, guys? My name is Tyler, this is Everyday EDC, and today we got a review for you of the QSP Penguin in Titanium and 154 cm. Alright guys, so this is the QSP Penguin. This is titanium, 154 cm. I got the dark wash finish. It looks awesome. Nice dark, it's like a dark black wash, I would call it. Stone wash, like a dark stone wash finish there. Black wash and then stone washed or something. Maybe it's just black wash. Okay, so I'm gonna get you guys some specs, some size comparisons, talk about my experiences with this and how I feel about this guy. First and foremost, with the specs, let's check the overall weight of the QSP Penguin in titanium. Thing's coming in at a whopping 3.3 ounces. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. It's fine. It doesn't feel like that, I'll tell you that. Length. Length is coming in right at 7 inches. The overall blade length is coming in at about 3 1/4. The cutting edge is coming in right at around 3 inches. All right. Blade stock. Moving right along here. Blade stock's coming in at 120 thousandths. Nice and slicey. The behind the edge is coming in at 18 thousandths, so that's pretty damn good. They keep that consistently through the top. Yeah, they keep it relatively consistent throughout the whole blade. So 18 thousandths throughout the whole blade itself. So that's very, very cool. Let's check the overall thickness of this guy. Coming in at 410 thousandths. So the overall thickness of this guy is coming in at an overall 410 thousandths. Now the cool part about that is your average knives are coming in at about 500 thousandths. So this is really, really easy to carry, really, really thin. And even the height at its maximum point as we get down to the bottom of the blade, 126 thousandths. But the top, you're looking at 117 thousandths. So it's not going to be the most narrow, but by comparison, this is my CRKT Huron. Speaking of comparison knives, segue winning. All right, so my Huron, as you can see here, yes, it's got a reverse flick hole, but that's how much thicker it is. Let us check. Here's your artisan cutlery proponent. That's obnoxious. All right, what else do we got out here that would be worth a damn? The bug out. This is a good comparison for this. Here's your bug out, and here is your penguin. It is, let's see, slightly taller at one point than the bug out. So yeah, if you guys like carrying the bug out, I mean, it's kind of the same concept, right? All right, let's get the overall comparisons going here. Again, here's your CRKT Huron. This is a knife that I'm carrying for the 30-day sub 50 knife challenge, and my flooring is coming undone here. Got these creases in there. I gotta fix that. And let's give you the Rat Model 2. There you go. As you can see, it's the exact same size as your Rat Model 2. The reason the thumb studs are missing on the Rat Model 2 is I robbed them. I'm potentially doing a project. We will let you know. I'll show you guys the project final if I finish it. I need some diamond bits. Got to drill through them blades. Add some thumb studs. As you can see here, here's your artisan cutlery proponent. A little obnoxious, right? I don't have your standard comparisons out today. They're not as ready. So the bug out's slightly longer. I'm sure your mini bug out will be closer in range. Let's give you guys, here is your PM3, or your Para 3 rather. As you can see, it's slightly smaller than your Para 3. We'll do a couple more. Here's your Asher Spyro. The Spyro's coming in at slightly longer than the QSP Penguin. And then last, let's do your QSP Gunette. As you can see here, the Gunette is slightly longer as well. All right, now let's talk about this guy. So here we got a flat grind going on down this Wharncliffe blade. Super, super, super useful, guys. This is basically a utility knife. Functions here, and you can get some power cuts going on here. Relatively thin blade stock, 120 thousandths, not the worst. It's actually kind of perfect for EDC. So when I say relatively thin, I'm not actually saying it's too thin. It's like damn near perfect, right? As we come down here, there's not much going on here, but the edges are chamfered on the blade, so that's really nice. And this is that nice black wash or black stone wash finish. Looks really cool. Some thumb studs that are silver that actually kind of match all the rest of the hardware, so that's a good thing. One complaint here is if you check out the plunge grind, they didn't do it right. Let's see. You see where the blade starts, and like you can see where the shadows for the plunge grind go? It's definitely, the plunge grind doesn't finish until like here. So they should have made it bigger. And the problem with black wash blades is if I were to make it bigger, it's going to have this giant silver spot back there that's going to annoy the living crap out of me. We do have a frame lock, titanium frame lock, with a stainless or a steel insert and over travel stop going on there, so that's a good thing. And this pocket clip, it looks relatively basic, but I can tell you, even in basketball shorts, this thing works great. And this knife actually carries really well in basketball shorts. It carries really well in anything. Its profile is so thin that it has disappeared in my pants. Unlike anything else. Unlike anything else, any other knife, other than maybe the bug out. I mean, it truly, like, it disappears in your pocket. Now, I know it's 3.3 ounces due to the titanium nature. There's no milling on the inside of here, so it's just 2 slabs of titanium. But I don't mind the 3.3 ounces. If it was any lighter, I don't know that I would appreciate it as much. The heft is just really nice. So as you can see, really light lock bar right there, right? It's super, this is a fidget beast just for this reason. Do you guys see that drop shut? That's at an angle too. Right? That is super nice. Now, it wasn't like that out of the box, but I mentioned before I was going to come out with this video where you basically wear in the detent track, and as you're wearing it in, you kind of push down on the lock bar. Well, Neves Knives beat me to it in a live stream, so I'm not doing the video anymore. But I was like, you son of a bitch. I literally had the video in the editing process, and I'm like, nah, if I do it, I'll do it later. But after doing that and kind of just rehabbing everything, oh, it's so good. This thing will not rock out. The fidget factor on this is through the roof. The useful factor on this is absolutely through the roof. As I said, I didn't say, but you got a lanyard holder. There you go, for you lanyard guys. The pivot is really, really good looking. I love this emblem that they do. This is like another emblem of QSP that I see on several of their other knives. Here's the Gannett, right? But this, everybody says this looks cheap, and it kind of does, like the flames. It's like, oh, we're cool, we got flames. T8, T6 for everything else. And it's a dream to work on because there's only 2 screws, bam, bam, and bam, and you can pull the sides apart. Overall, the construction is very, very simple, and yet it's extremely effective. Now, like I said, carrying this is great. Using this is really, really nice. You got some jimping right here. It doesn't quite go far up enough for me. Like it would be really nice if they were smart and put some jimping up here for that detail work. That would be cool. The edges on this titanium are chamfered, but it's a really acute chamfer, so you really can't tell as much. But other than that, there's no real hot spots. I don't really feel the pocket clip. You can bear down on this and cut through some things. It's not the most hard use knife, but I would say for medium to light use, this thing's perfect. For EDC use, this thing's perfect. Now, when I fell in love with this knife, there was love. There was love in the air. Hold on. I'm drawing a blank because I can't find the knife I'm not comparing it to, but I think I got this knife around the same time as I got this. Just notice something. The Esprit is dubbed my King of the Hill. I think the Esprit is one of the best EDC knives in existence, if not the best. I'm calling it the best because it's my King of the Hill knife, right? But my point here being is notice the size. The sizes are so comparable. They're so similar. Yes, one's a drop point, one's a Wharncliffe. The Esprit's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more in hand. It fills your hand out a little bit more. but the lines are so simple, and they're such a simple design that, like, I got this and I'm like, yeah. And then like 2 days later, I got the Penguin, and I'm like, or I might have got them at the same time, I don't remember. But these are both. The Penguin for the sub, by the way, it's coming in at like $95 for the sub $100 mark. You know, I was flirting with a bunch of ideas on like this King of the Hill series, right? 0 to 50, 50 to 100, and I'd have that giveaway that I still haven't picked a winner. I'm still letting that run for a week or so, mainly because I'm not even ready to do anything with King of the Hill, so it doesn't matter how much longer that runs. And if you guys haven't entered in, go enter in. It's a giveaway. Watch the video for the rules, but the person that I choose will get this prototype Cazador. This isn't the regular Cazador. It's a prototype that I bought prior to the Cazadors even dropping, and then I was going to review it, and I just never did. The knife doesn't speak to me. I don't really like the design of that long. Here, let's show you. It's just not my type. I just never force myself to carry it. It's just too long of a Wharncliffe. I don't know. It doesn't speak to me, and it's too narrow of a knife. But anyways, long story short, in your pocket, this is great. Let's do what I was talking about before, where you have this. Ooh, it's really not an issue to get over that. All right, so there's that, right? And this is just a lint-free cloth. Let's see if I can get this to drop. I'm just balancing the back. The tension on it is good enough to where it's not slipping off of the lint-free cloth, and I'm bouncing it. I know that looks like a goofy setup, but it's not. And the lint-free cloths are relatively narrow, so this does work there. But I have put this in my jeans, and it works just fine. So fidget factor, guys, once you break it in, which all you have to do to break this in faster is you just hold down this lock bar and move this back and forth for as long as your thumbs can take it, because they will get worn out. But eventually it's going to wear in that detent track, and it's going to make this thing beautiful. Beautiful action. Like, QSP has some of the best action already, in my opinion, for the sub $100 mark. The QSP Puffin just wowed me, and this kind of reminds me of the Puffin in the action. The Puffin felt just like this, and I didn't even break in that Puffin. But anyways, so the action is phenomenal. The ergonomics are so neutral. They're not hand-melting ergonomics, but you will never be like, yo, this is uncomfortable, unless you're breaking down, you know, 3 thick, you know, that cardboard stuff. Unless you're breaking a drywall. Unless you're breaking down some drywall, man, you won't even notice this. You can get those real detailed cuts with the way this Wharncliffe tip is. We all know the QSP Penguin. Just really, really nice. Like I said, carry factor is a great, great situation there. And the construction is so simple. Like, it's beautiful, right? Now, let me kind of correct my hypocrisy here. And when I was talking about the Medford Praetorian Slim was built just like the QSP Penguin. Shots fired. It's 2 pieces of titanium with no milling on the inside. I don't even know if the Praetorian has bearings. It might be on washers. This is 154 cm blade steel. The Praetorian was S35, I think, that I had. Guys, that's why I get so mad at those $500 knives that do this. It's not that I don't like this design. I think this is freaking phenomenal. It's that I don't like it when you do it on a $600 knife, when they could do this for 95 bucks. The blade steel 154 cm is comparable with S35. Yeah, S35 might be a tiny step up, but not by much, and we all recognize 154 cm and CPM 154 as these fantastic just user steels. So, what I'm getting at is if you guys got $100 to spend and you're looking for the perfect EDC for $100 and less, and you're looking not for something like, all right, here's a fantastic EDC for sub $100. I think this might even be sub $50. This is a steel wheel cut jack, okay? Fantastic EDC, amazing. Here's your CRKT Huron. This is my choice for the sub $50 and below. Fantastic knife, amazing, I love it. It's only 35 bucks. But if you're looking for that small, easy carry, you know, kind of like a Rat Model 2 style carry, with a little bit more elegance for sub $100. There is no other knife that I would tell anybody else to buy throughout all of Civivi's line, throughout all of CJRB's line. If you have $100 to spend, my recommendation going forward, unless something else changes my mind, is the QSP Penguin in titanium. It's just absolutely fantastic, guys. I guess that's all that I need to say about this. I'll show you guys another quick slow-mo. Slow. Alright, I'm done. Nice chamfered on the spine, some jimping. And then last but not least, this side, lock bar side. You get your lock bar locking up right at around 30%. There you go. I didn't mention it's on a stop pin. There you go. There's your stop pin. Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't get better than this for sub $100 yet, guys. Have not seen it. And I can't tell you how many times QSP wows me. Now, let's see here. Do I have... Hey, speaking of QSP, right? This is a QSP knife. It's an EMP EEDC, but it's OEM by QSP. Do you guys remember my other favorite sub $100 knife? The QSP Copperhead? Do you guys remember the QSP Penguin for 30 bucks? Do you guys remember the QSP Pelican for like $100? Do you guys remember the QSP Puffin for like $140? They're all so good. Oh my gosh. And that's why I find myself as a QSP fanboy. Best Tech does some cool stuff, right? So Best Tech's the other one that's kind of underrated. Let's see here. This is a Best Tech knife. This is another fantastic knife for sub $100. I don't even remember the name of this. This is K110 instead of D2. It's a liner lock. Really, really ergonomic. Feels great. Let's see here. I got my other. This is probably my favorite Best Tech in existence, and this is the Best Tech Bison. It's got a titanium frame lock on this side, and check out this action. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal action here. I am phenomenal. And the D2 blade. Oh my gosh, D2 for $110. Yes, and this is still probably the best Tech knife and best drop point, just generic shape that I've ever seen. So yeah, Best Tech comes out with some cool shit. QSP, in my opinion, I think I like them slightly more than Best Tech. Not by much, but I like them slightly more. Civivi is obviously king, guys. Civivi is king of the budget realm. But they kick out a lot of the same looking shit. Lately, it's been cool. They've been doing good. But QSP doesn't just drown you with different models, right? Not like Civivi does. And the models that they come out with are unique and well done. And I really, really appreciate that. So QSP is by far and large my favorite. Best Tech may be second, maybe Civivi, I don't know. CJRB's there too, you know, but yeah. Anyways, the QSP Penguin in titanium and 154 cm is the best buy sub $100 that I have ever seen. That's all I got for you guys. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was enjoyable. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This is my Patreon. This is my Instagram, everydayedc_77. I'm going to do a special shout out to all the Patreons: John K, Sammy, Eggs and Ham, Jason M, Dogtooth, Kaiba, Mickey, Wolf, and Captain Steve. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great friggin' day.